The Ducks ready to kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's Porter. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They want to run this quarterback. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the D.
This offense has it with really good field position. Dante Moore. Here comes the heat. Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here come the Irish back on offense. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Rams him with the stiff arm. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
A nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
Now on the counter. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys to use their speed against them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped short at the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running inside. It's Hill. Knocked off his feet.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Quarterback moving. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. It's complete to the left. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Here's Moore to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Moore to the air again. Quickly complete. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football, and guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job of taking...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll bring it out. It's Porter. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. There he goes.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies behind the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. They give it to him again. Shows him the stiff arm. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Here's a little room there. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Timeout. has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. As we get a look at the numbers so far, they flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Carr. Dances away to buy time. He'll pull it down and run. Out of bounds, and how about the job by this defense not on their watch? Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And I don't know how to explain that one.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Throwing more. Going long. And he will score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Porter. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Unloads to the right. That's reeled in. It's Flanagan. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Gain of 22. And that's good enough for a first down.
The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Carr to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the middle. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. Moore. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Moore will throw. Working that left side now. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Under fire. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Throwing, Carr. Snagged in the middle, it's Gilbert. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Makes a grab and room to run. The tag. To the house. Touchdown, Irish.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Hill. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Dante Moore got out of trouble and throws. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Really great job in coverage by the defender on that play, swatting the ball away.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Ducks in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Going to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. Here's more to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it, so the windows are not going to be...
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. He'll bring it out. It's Davison. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Throwing more. Trying to get behind the defense. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We're just about ready to start the second half. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
More. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Finding some room. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. A run for the quarterback. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Bringing the heat. Gets it to the back. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Leaping grab for a big gain. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Looking for the score. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Touchdown, Ducks! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Comes onto the field ready to go to work. Now they'll try to answer that opening scoring drive here in the 2nd half. It's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion, like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Here's Carr to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Setting up the screen. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. The give is to Williams. Maybe some room here. Smacks it with the stiff arm. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
How about the offensive line working in tandem on these blocks? You see some of those guys that got... The second level got a hat on a hat, and that left open a huge crease for the running back.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. In the red area, it's Williams. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Under fire. Avoids pressure on the right. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Fourth down, Carr. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. Dante Moore. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and you hear it all the time. Coaches talk about it. Don't throw across your body. Don't throw across your body. These guys nowadays, they do it more and more because they're more athletic and they can change their arm angles all the time. But right there, it was an incompletion. It was an interception. So you might get like a little bit of a yell from your coaches, but nothing too big.
Makes the grab. It's Stewart. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Porter. Delivers the stiff arm. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Carr rushes on him, and he never had a chance.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football, be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Carr. A little screen to the running back. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And I think that's a built-in play for this offense. You saw the pressure immediately get to the quarterback on first down. You get him sacked. Well, how do you slow down the pass rush? You run the screen game. You invite those guys upfield, let them run by, and then you throw it over their heads. So a lot of times this is about controlling that pass rush and not letting them pin their ears back on the quarterback.
Carr from the gun on third down. Here's a heat. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Throwing, Carr. Extending the play. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Again, it's Carr. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. That defensive lineman just smelled pass on that play, and he got in the backfield and sacked the quarterback.
And that's why they get paid the big bucks. Defensive linemen, they got to play the run, be physical. But, man, when you can get a beat and understand it's going to be a pass and jump off the snap like this, make a big play, and now you put them behind the sticks, and the advantage goes big time to the defense.
Carr on play action. Pressure coming. Buried before he could blink.
Good, disciplined defense on that play. It's third and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation. They use their speed to get to the QB.
The Irish send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Came came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Here's more to throw. Going to take a shot. Makes a catch at the 15. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Davison. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Could be an alley. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Porter. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Here's Carr to throw. Pocket breaking down. Scrambling to the left. On target to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly...
Oh, he wants it all. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. C.J. Carr firing again. Keeps looking downfield. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. Because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Looking down the middle. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense.